Okay, guys, if you were here last week, that means you knew what was going on in the exam. Yep, everybody done? Submitted? Okay, so you can expect the same kind of format for regular expressions also, because that's another topic that can be tested on a program. Necessarily, not everything can be tested. Okay, so next week again, when I finish this lesson today, next week again we'll have the same thing. We'll have same kind of multiple choice questions based on regular expressions. And again, whatever I did in class, I only asked that, and I mean, you had the notes. Sorry? And the chapter, yes. I always mention the chapter just in case I've missed something, right? Okay. So the chapter is the next one now, 7, I think. I'll double check. I think it's 7 now. And what I'm doing in class is I'm explaining the chapter with examples. So again, if you understand what I'm doing, and I told you regular expression is something that will need a little practice. So I won't be too harsh on you, but regular expressions are regular expressions. So last week we went through a program in which we were trying to validate a phone number, and it was exactly what it was. Like, it was a long program in the sense that instead of 1 line, it took 10 lines. And that long program, which one is the right one, Robin, now? Okay. And you were not supposed to write on the question paper, and you wrote your name. Follow, please, follow instructions. Right? So let's look at what regular expressions are and what is their use. Did you sort that out? Okay, so some email will have to come then. Okay, and then we have to again decide about your midterm now. Because once it came, then we kind of thought, okay, done, finished, we don't have to worry about it. Okay. Okay, so let's look at what a regular expression is. A regular expression is a special expression made up of special characters, and they have meanings which allow you to search for pattern or patterns in a given text, right? So instead of writing that is phone number, which we wrote, oh, the first 3 must be digits, then there should be a dash, then there should be 3 digits, then a dash, and so on. I said we can do it through regular expressions. And again, it's a whole, if you start doing it, you could be practicing it for 4 or 5 weeks also. So we'll keep it simple in the sense I'll explain it to you. I'm not expecting too much out of what I'm teaching and the chapter contains. I'm not saying, oh, you should know everything about anything. Can't happen, because it's just one topic. And next week again, we'll do a quiz on it, which will again count to your final mark, right? Keep that in mind. So be prepared. You have this, you have the online book, and then of course you can always kind of practice them yourself. So I had gone through this. I had given you an online tester, which is available. You can go to this tester and you can put in your regular expression, and it will say what it matches and what it's. So it's a good practicing tool. So you can practice if you want using this tool. You don't have to necessarily write a program to practice anything. So what you do is you put in your regular expression, and then you give, this is the pattern. You give in some text, and it will say whether a match was found or a match was not found. Right? So last time I had told you the 2 steps to be kind of done when you write and use regular expression is the first one, you create a regular expression pattern. So give it a name, any name you like, as long as it makes sense. So look at the name. I've called it phone number regular expression. And then using the RE module, which is for regular expressions, using the RE module, you compile your regular expression. So what is my regular expression? This, what is in quotes, is the regular expression. So R stands for raw string. Raw string says whatever I have written in quotes after this, just take it what it is. Don't interpret it any way different. You'll say, what do you mean interpret it? Because remember, backslash has a special meaning. It says ignore, just interpret it. So %D is your first special character you're learning in your regular expression. What does it mean? It means any digit from 0 to 9, right? So what am I saying? I'm saying I want to match a pattern which is digit, 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 dash, digit, 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 dash, digit, 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 digit. That's what I'm matching. So if I give an input and it has this this format is available in that string, it will give me the first match only, the first match. If there are more of such kinds, then instead of using match, you can use the method called find all, and it will give you all of them. Okay, so I've created, so that's my first thing, to create a regular expression using the compile. So I've created one, and that's my pattern. Digit, 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 dash 3 digits dash 4 digits. Then to search for the pattern, you use the search method, right? So what do you do? How do you do it? You take your object that you created, the regular expression that you created, you call the search method on it, and you pass it a string. Strings can be written in single quotes and strings can also be written in double quotes. Similarly with print, print can be written in single quotes, anything you want to write, also in double and also in triple, as you know, like we did last week. Same with comments, triple quotes also. What it will do is it will, and what have I done? I've returned the value into a variable called matched. You could have put it in any variable as long as it made sense. Don't call your variables A, B, C. Now matched can have two possible values. If a match was not found, it will have none. And if a match was found, you can print out the value of matched in a neat format, right? If you don't make it neat, it's kind of untidy, but you can still read it. But I've done it in a neat format. So what do? I check. Are you not equal to none? Then I print out it was found. And if it was none, it will say no phone number was found in the message. Now to print it out in a neat way, you use the group method of the matched object. So what do? Create a regular expression by help of re.compile. Once you have the regular expression, search for that pattern in a string. You have a return value. The return value can be of type none. It's called the none type value. If you don't check it and it's none and you try to do something with it, of course it will give you an error or something, but none just prints none, right? So what I've done is I've put in an if statement so that you don't forget your if statement. So I'm still using what we've been learning. So I'm saying if it is not none, print out that, oh, I found the pattern. So it will print out the pattern, right? And how do I print out the pattern? I go matched, the variable in which I had said yes or no, did I find a match, dot group will give you the group. So try it without the group, it tells you it was found, but it's very untidy. For a normal user, it will just be neater. So let's run this program. This was on Blackboard last week. I've kind of just changed it a little, not much. I had a double going on. And notice what is happening. So we'll go to the beginning. So I've shown you what the regular expression is. So if you look at the output, you don't even have to kind of look at the input, my program. It will tell you that's the regular expression I've used. Then it says looking for a phone number in my phone number is 705-728-1968. And then it said, oh, the phone number was found. Right? So you didn't have to write. You had only to write two things. One, you created an object, a regular expression object, and two, you did a search method. So it has replaced all those 12 or 13 lines of code that you wrote in a program that we had looked at before. Look for my phone number. So that's what a regular expression is. So you've seen your first character in a regular expression that is \D. Okay. Now let's go further. You can kind of improve this search a little by doing this. If you want, you can put your area code in parentheses if you want. So you say now match the pattern, but the pattern should be round bracket, 3 digits, round bracket closed, dash, 3 digits, dash, 4 digits. So you can match any pattern. So you're seeing that, oh, if I put a dash, it's matched. If I put a bracket, it is also matched. So now, if you want to match a pattern, a phone number which you're expecting to be written as area code in brackets, then a dash, then 3 digits, then a dash, then a 4, your regular expression changes. All I've done in the regular expression is what? I've grouped it. I've grouped it into two. I didn't have to the second one, but I want to show you this group method. So I've put the first 3 digits in round brackets, and I've put the last 7 digits in round brackets. So now your regular expression has two groups. They're called group 1 and group 2. So advantage, if you only want to look at area code, you can print it out. You want to look at the rest of the number, you can print it out. If you want to look at the whole thing, use the group or the group zeros method. So with improvement, you can only pick up what you want also. Same thing I've done. So what did I do? I created a regular expression, same way that I created before. I created a matched variable. It's an object. I'm going to look for my phone number and I'm saying 705-728. Oops, no. Yes, 705-728-1968. I'm matching this pattern. So putting the brackets is just saying this is my first group and this is my second group. We'll go one step further. You'll say, what if I want to put my area code in round brackets? Then there is something else. We'll talk about it. But this one is just grouping your data but your pattern remains the same. So by grouping, the advantage of grouping is you can print out the first group, which will be 705. You can print out the second group, which is 7281968, or you can print out the whole group, which you can do two ways, by saying group without a parameter, by saying group with a 0. But your phone number that will match is still to be in the format 705 dash 3 digits dash 4 digits. So another way of writing a regular expression, what's the use of these groupings? This is the use of the groupings. If I only wanted to print the area code, I'll say show me the first group. If I wanted to show the rest of the number, I'll say show me the second group. So these brackets are just for grouping, right? If you really want to put them, then there is another way of doing it. So let's see how this works. So we just ran it, and I've again given the same phone number. So if I look at the output and you come down a little, see, this is my regular expression now. Just notice the extra brackets. And again, I gave my phone number 705 whatever. It says the phone number was found. Why is it doing it twice? Because I showed it in two ways, using the group method and using the group zeros method. Then I showed the area code and I showed the rest of the number. Why are they occurring twice? Because I showed them twice. That's why. Once I showed it with group and then with group zeros. Then with group 1, the area code, group 2, the print rest variable. And then so that, again, you've seen this before, but I'm again stressing it, that you can always put your data, you can have more than one variable on the left-hand side. So on the left-hand side, I said, give me all the groups. Notice it's gone from group to groups. So the first group will go into area code, the second group will go into the main number, and again, you can print it. But before doing all this, I first check, did you find a match? Did you find a match? If the match is not found, then I don't want to do all this. Why? Because it will give me syntax errors or runtime errors. It will say match has no group method, something like that. Because what will match give you? None. And I'm saying none.group. It will say I can't find any group method with the none type. The group method can only be used with an object of type matched, which is what? It is a special type because it returns you the search method. Right? So the return types are important. If you're going to put an integer in a box and then say, oh, I'll do, no, let's say put a string in a box, ABC, and I'll do math with it, that can happen? No, it cannot happen. Same way. So you're checking, did I find something? Yes, I did find something. Now I'm going to look at the groups of that method. And this is very different, not very different. I haven't seen it in any other language. You can put more than one variables on the left-hand side of an assignment statement, as long as what you're getting out of it on the right-hand side is valid. So the groups method will return you both groups. What are the two groups? The first parenthesis one and the second parenthesis. So there's another. You can even look at groups in your regular expression. But the special character you've learned is the \D, which stands for a digit. So if the user tries to input anything else, try it. Instead of 705, put ABC. And it will say none found. Just change anything. Instead of 705, forget the dash. It won't match, right? So it will exactly match 3 digits, a dash, 3 digits, a dash, and 4 digits. Nothing else. And that's the beauty of it. You have validated your input, right? That's the beauty of regular expressions. You give them a regular expression and you take input from the user, you validate it. Input validation is a big deal in programming. Why? Because GIGO, garbage in, garbage out. Okay, just wanted to check if it was. So if you don't validate your input, your output will be useless or garbage. Okay. Okay, so that's the second one. Same concept. Create one, put your regular expression, search for it, check if it is matched or not matched, print out the result, yes, if say not found. Right? Same thing in all of them. Let's look at a third one, still using a \D. But notice what I've changed here. I've kind of said, so there is a group, I formed groups with the regular parentheses that I had, but look at my first number now. I've put my area code in brackets, in round brackets. How did I do that? I wanted to put my area code in round brackets and the rest remains the same. So I want to put this area code in round brackets. I want the round brackets to be tested. So to escape it, I put a \/ here, I put a \/ here. Then I say backslash D, backslash D, backslash D. I say backslash D, backslash D, backslash D. Then I say backslash D, backslash D, backslash D, backslash D. Further, if you want to form groups for whatever reason, put another bracket here. That's your first group and that's your second. But this is important. If you want to match a round bracket, you have to escape it. Why? Because otherwise it has a special meaning. It's used for grouping, right? So to escape its special meaning, you put a slash in front. So now it will only match phone numbers that are written this way. Your area code has to be in round brackets. So the regular expression has changed. So instead of the normal regular expression now, I'm using a backslash D, a backslash bracket to get the first one, a backslash round brackets to get the second one. The others are just for grouping. If you don't need groups, you don't put them, right? The use of groups is then you can look at them. That's the use of it. So if you look at the output, again, it has matched my number. And again, you can try putting not in it. Look at the regular expression. This is the regular expression I've used. And I'm now matching my phone number. And it has matched 705 because 705 was in round brackets. Remove the brackets, it won't match it. It will say not found. So a regular expression, the main thing to be understood is how do I form my regular expression? And will it work or will it not work? Okay, so I may say, I want to match this pattern. What will be the regular expression? Or I'll say, this is the regular expression. Which of the patterns will it match? So you should know both ways. So backslash D for a digit, 0 to 9. Right? Dash if you want a dash. But for brackets, you have to say backslash bracket because brackets have a meaning. Dash doesn't have any special meaning, so I didn't have to escape it. But the bracket has a special meaning, so I had to escape it using the backslash. So regular expressions are like a big thing. If you know how to conquer them, you can validate your input to whatever you like. Now you can validate anything you like, your names, your phone numbers, your IDs, email addresses, like anything can be validated. So we are not going to do a lot because as it's an introductory course, but you should know about it. And then again, in the long run, if you ever want to go into programming, it will kind of give you a base. So I'm just giving you a very simple base, right? But you have to understand it. Okay, so backslash D did quite a job. We've done quite backslash Ds. We've done it with grouping. We've done it without grouping. And I also used the brackets. So anytime you want to put a bracket and match it, backslash bracket, because bracket has a special meaning. Now suppose you say, oh, I want to match one of the words. So look at my regular expression now. I want to match either Batman or Tina Fey in text. It could, so this pipe it is called is like an or. So it's saying match Batman or Tina Fey or you can make it as big as you want. So if it matches any of these, case sensitive. If you don't want to make it case sensitive, I'll tell you how to do it. It will exactly match spelling and case sensitive, and it will look for the occurrence, whatever occurs first, right? Whatever occurs first. So I'm trying to look for Batman or Tina Fey in this text. So what comes first? Batman comes first. So it will say Batman found. It won't say Tina Fey found. If I reverse it, if I reverse this regular expression, I put Tina Fey first, then it will say Tina Fey found. So therefore, the search that does is matches the first occurrence only, but we'll learn how to do all occurrences. What did I do? I created a regular expression. That's my regular expression. R standing for raw string, begin quotes, end quotes, and the regular expression between them. So you're saying, check if Batman is present in my phrase. Check if Tina Fey is present in my phrase. Check if Anju Chabra is present, and so on. You can just say pipeline, or is done with the pipe character. Now, if you wanted to look for a pipe character also, put a backslash pipe and it will look for a pipe character. So by chance, if you wanted to say Batman pipe, you wanted to see a pipe, then you can say, now it will say bat pipe man and it will look for this structure. Right? When do you need to go back? Go back home because you come from Toronto, right? And you've told me that you have a ride, so you may be coming in late. So can you do the exam after the class? Okay. So at that point of time, please guys, don't discuss it with her. She just comes from Toronto and I know, so I'll allow her to take the exam. Okay, but she'll take the exam after the class. So don't discuss it with anybody. As soon as class finishes, come to my office and we'll do it. Okay. So if you wanted to check for the pipeline character right in your code, then you will have to escape it. So you're looking for bat, that character, and then man. So you can always escape it if you're looking for it. But if you just use it as per se, it just means an or. So you're saying, does Batman or Tina Fey occur in this? Of course, it will say yes, it occurs, because there where it is. It's Batman is right there. And again, I do the same thing. I matched it. If it is none, I'll say no match found. If it is not none, I'll just print it. Yes, I found it, right? And just to show you a different way, now I'm trying to match Tina Fey first. So Tina Fey comes first, so a match will be found. So it looks for whatever comes first, and it will only look for the first one, not all searches. So let's look at the output of this regular expression, which I've already run. So let's go down here. So here is the regular expression. There it is, right? Easy to write. Whatever you want separated by the pipe character. Don't forget to put an R in front of it, and then you have to create it using re.compile. Okay. Now I'm trying to match Batman in this string. Will I find it? Of course I'll find it. It's there, right? So I print it out. Yes, I found it. I could have given a bigger message. I found Batman, but it's too much of typing. So none will show you none and Batman will show you Batman. Now I'm trying to match Tina Fey, but look, I've changed my string. So it will look for Tina Fey. It won't look for Tina Fey in this one. Why? Because Batman came first. So whoever comes first, it will match it. And this pattern doesn't match. Even if you kind of change it to Tina Fey and Batman, really doesn't matter. It says one of these occurs, and any one of these occurs, whoever occurs first is matched. So that's what happens. It will match the first occurrence of any of these in your code. And of course, if it doesn't, then it will say I couldn't find it. So I have given you examples of finding it. Just change things and it will say not found. Okay, but what I'm trying to bring to you, to your notice here is, if the phrase was this, it will find Batman. If the phrase was this, it will find Tina Fey, just because the one that occurs first. Okay, so you're saying I'm looking for. So now see, this is so easy. You can make a complete list by piping characters of all the words you are looking for in maybe hundreds of lines of code. And there you are. It will tell you how, the first match only. You don't have to do it by manual. You just say, oh, this is what I'm looking for. Does it occur? And it will give you the first match. All matches also, I'll show you how to do all matches. It's not a big deal at all. So now you know the pipe character. So what is the pipe character used for? Pipe character is used for or. I'm looking for this, or this, or this, or this. And it's not necessary to use it with a word. You could have said, I'm looking for a digit. Or you have not yet done it, but you can say, I'm looking for, say, W, which is a word. So we'll learn about the \W, which we haven't. So you can use these. I mean, it's not that you're only looking for particular text like Batman or Anju Chawla. You can say, I'm looking for a digit. And how will you say I'm looking for a digit? You will say \D. I'm looking for a digit. Okay, so you will learn the \W. So and at that point of time, pipe can be used anywhere. Pipe just means this or this or this or this or this. Any one of these, the first match it will give you. Okay, let's go further. The more you do, the more you'll become better with it. And it is practice, guys. If you don't practice, nothing will come. Nothing, right? Not even something as simple as, does true start with a capital T or does true start with a small t? That means you've never run a program. You don't even know how to declare a Boolean variable. Because capital T in true is the Boolean value true, whereas a small t true is just a string variable. So if you have never run a program in your life in Python, you won't know the difference. And we've done it so many times in class using programs, right? So if you're ill prepared, You won't pass. But I'm giving you a chance. I'm kind of giving you a different way of doing exams so that then you can't say, oh, I'm not a programmer. I'm not a programmer, so I don't know what. Try this way then. Try multiple choice questions. That's the only other option I have. Not even fill in the blanks, nothing. I didn't do anything so that you didn't have to use your brains at all. Just multiple choice. But you have to know. You can't say, I'm not a programmer. Guys, you cannot escape it. You know it. And it can get easier than this, believe me. It can't. I'm going really slow and easy with you guys. So you know what? You have to do it. I was told you can't go on a co-op till you clear all your courses. So you're stuck with it. And it's not stucking. You have to open your mind to it. You have to say, I have to learn to program. And none of the things that I've done in the semester were difficult from your point of view also. 10 lines of code. Maximum 20 lines of code. You have to learn how to write functions. You have to learn how to call the functions. You can't escape it. You have to do it. But you know what? Whatever it is, it is. Hopefully, if you're doing it right, you will pass the course. Otherwise, you'll be back doing it again with me in fall. Again in winter. You'll have to keep doing it till you pass it. So open your minds up. Now, let's look at this one. Look at this regular expression I've created. I've used a special thing. The brackets you've seen before. It's just saying, oh, put them together. Look at a special character I've used in my regular expression. Question mark stands for it's optional. So it will look for Batman and Batwoman, both of them. So it says it is optional. It may or may not occur. So now in text, if you have a Batman, it will match. If you have a Batwoman, it will match. So this pattern, this character flags the group. So it is flagging this group. It's saying this group. Which group? The one that I've put in brackets is optional in the pattern. So it says match 0 or 1 of the group. So you can write it. You may not write it. There is no WO in it, or you may write it only once. You can say woo, 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 woo more than once. There's another character for it. It's the star. When you put a question mark after a group, you're saying this group may or may not occur in my pattern. So in a way, I'm looking for either Batman or Batwoman in text. Both of them will match. So instead of saying if, so think of it. If I have 100 of lines of code, instead of picking up one word at a time, matching it against Batwoman, you're just creating a regular expression and say you do the job. So no for loop, no if statements, nothing. But definitely how to write the regular expression. So what will it look for? It will look for Batman and it will look for Batwoman in your text. Nothing else. This is what you're trying to match. WO only once, right? So I'm going to search for Batman here. Will I find him? Will I find it? Yes, because there it is Batman. So again, try changing it and you will see that it will say no match found. Otherwise, it will give you this result. That will tell you I found it. That was the easiest way of saying yes, it was found. And I'm using the same regular expression. I'm using the same regular expression to see if I can find Batwoman in it. And I'll find it because WO is optional. So if it's not there, Batman is the word. If it is there, Batwoman is the word. And please notice there are no blanks or anything. Right? So there, it's one after another. There are no blanks, though it kind of looks like there are blanks. There are no blanks in it. It's one regular expression. If I put a blank, then it will look for bat, WO blank. It will look for the blank also. Because blank is a blank, like round brackets, it's just a character. So if you're looking for Anju blank Chawla, then you have to say I want a blank in between the two words. So you'll have to put that blank and I'll show you how to do that. So this is a regular expression and this regular expression will look for either Batman or Batwoman in your code, in your text, what you're searching. Nothing else. Same spelling, everything. Somewhere I've told you that you can make it case insensitive by putting, there it is. You can put an re.e as your second parameter and it won't become case sensitive. I haven't tried it. I can if you like. So let me see if I say re.I for ignore the case. And I change the Batman to a small b. So here I've said Batman And I've kind of given it a particular case, right? B is capital T and F are capital. And now just for the heck of it, I'm going to make this a small b. Let's try it and let's run it. So let's see if I found it or if I didn't find it. Batman. Here it is. I found it. So you can ignore the case if you like by just putting re.e as the second parameter. Right? So you don't even have to do anything extra. So Batman in any case, just take the second parameter here and just add it as your second parameter in your regular expression. You can say re.e or you can say re.ignore case exactly like I've written it all in uppercase. What does it do? Case doesn't matter. It becomes case insensitive. So it works. If I didn't have this, let's see what happens. In that Batman, where are you, Batman? This is the Tina Fey. See, it found Tina Fey now. It couldn't find the Batman because B Batman it couldn't, but it could find Tina Fey. So the answer has changed. It couldn't find Batman in Batman and Tina Fey because in my regular expression I had given a small b. So if you want to ignore the case, all you do is put re in the front of it. So I can repeat this for you. So I'll do it. So I didn't say ignore case, but look at what I had in my expression. Trying to match here. See, I put a small b here. It won't match it. So without the re.e, it won't do it, right? So with it. So if you like, I'll kind of just for the heck of it, because we are doing it, I'll pick this up. I'll do a Control C and I will print it again. So I'll say ignore case insensitive so that you have it. Right? Now I'm trying to match Batman and Tina Fey as I was doing before. And I'm trying to match Batman in this phrase. I'll change it. And now my result will not be, you will see the result will change. It will show what? It will show Tina Fey. I mean, you can remove the Tina Fey altogether if you want. I mean, you don't even have to do it. But it will show Tina Fey because of the or character. So it says, oh, I couldn't find Batman, but I did find Tina Fey. So it found Tina Fey. Whereas in this one, what will it show you? It will match the Batman. Here, it won't match Batman. Because B is small, whereas you are looking for capital Batman. And if you want to make it work, all you have to do is, oh, I was saying I'm going to make it case insensitive. Oh, sorry. Okay. So what do? I put it as my, where is my regular expression? Oh, I'll have to copy it again. So take your regular expression, copy it again here, and put a re.e. And now it is case insensitive. But, and oh God, my mistake. I'm trying to show you two different things. So this one was without. I'll do the change afterwards and give it to you. So if there is no, it won't find it. But if you want to make it case insensitive, here. Sorry for the confusion. I want to make it case insensitive. So this was case sensitive, okay? This is case sensitive. We've already shown you that it is case sensitive. So you can kind of say it is case sensitive wherever you want. I was doing case sensitive. I'd already done case insensitive. Did I mention it anywhere? Let's write it here. Case sensitive search. It is case sensitive. Okay. Now I'm making it case insensitive by adding re.I. I've made it case insensitive search, which means really doesn't matter. If I'm trying to match Batman in Batman and whatever, it will still work. It will still work. This should still work because this Batman is case insensitive. Anything will work, like B is small, A is small, T is capital, like this. Like it becomes case insensitive. That's what it becomes. You're looking for Batman like this, but without it. Oh, so let me put it here also. The regular expression is this, and I wanted to prove to you that it works. And then I'm trying to match Batman in this. It will work. It will show you that I found it. Let me do it for you. Let me run it for you. Let's run it. If I haven't made any compilation errors. Where are you, Batman? See here, it found it. Because I made it, ignore the case. If I hadn't written that re.e, I wouldn't have found it. I cannot. So it's as easy as that. Give a second parameter, re.e. Re is the name of the module, I for ignore case, and it will start to work. Okay? So look at its power of how rich you can make it. Okay, let's go to the next one. But you have to keep in mind, it only finds the first match. So if I change it to Tina Fey and Batman, now Tina Fey will be found instead of Batman. The first match only with this method called search. Just the first match, okay? You may not find it very useful, but we'll learn how to make it more useful. Okay, so we've already done Batwoman with you. I've already done it, may or may not be present. Let's look at the next one now. In there, I said you use a question mark and it says it's optional, may or may not occur. Instead of question mark, if I put a star, it will say may not occur, but can occur as many number of times. So WO can occur as many number of times. So there's a difference. May or may not occur, and the other one is may not occur, but can occur any number of times. So instead of a question mark, if you put a star here, that's all I've done. Now you can match Batman, you can match Batwoman, and you can match Bat, any number of times, and man, of course, at the end. That's the difference, right? So if I'm looking for Batwoman, it will find it. If I'm looking for Batman, it will find it. If I'm looking for Bat twice or thrice or whatever, it will again find it, right? So it will do it. So I'm searching for this in the adventures of, so I'm searching, so you can do it. You can just double it up and it will find it. It can occur as many number of times. So if you search for Batwoman, it will look for it. Because it says star. And this wouldn't have worked with question mark. Because question mark says it only occurs once. But this one says it occurs as many number of times as you like. Or may not occur at all. Or may not occur at all. Anyway, it will do anyway. So this may not occur. So therefore it says matching 0 or more. So it may not occur at all. Batman can be searched too. But it will either way work. So I've shown you Batwoman can be found. I've shown you Batwoman can be also found. Of course, Batman can also be found. You can try it if you like. No big deal. So let's say, so the adventures of Batman. Here, let me do adventures of Batman for you. Okay, so I'm looking for adventures of Batman and I'm looking for Batman in this here. Okay, so Batman will be found, Batwoman will be found, and Batwo will also be. I mean, you can do it as many number of times. I'll give this back to you, all changes I'm making, so that you have them. So let's look. Where? There they are. Was Batman found? Yes. 0 occurrences of WO. Was Batwoman found? Yes. 1 occurrence of WO. Was Batwo found? Yes. 2 occurrences of U. And any number of occurrences. Any number. So question mark is different from star. Question mark says only once or no. And star says 0 or any number of times. So not a big deal. The regular expression, I haven't changed my regular expression. I'm still using or. But we will go on to the next one. Now you will say, oh, I don't want it to be optional. I want it 1 or more. It has to occur for sure. It can occur once or it can occur more number of times. Use plus. So you have question mark, star, and plus. And you can use them anywhere you like. Its meaning remains the same. Its meaning remains the same. So for example, if I put a question mark in front of it, it says digit D occurs 0 or 1 times. If I put a star, it says D occurs as many number of times. If I put a plus in front of it, it says 1 or more occurrence of the digit. You can use these 3 special characters with anything you want. Their meaning doesn't change. Okay, question mark for 0 or 1, star for 0 or more, plus for 1 or more. And you can use it with your \D also. So you're saying, oh, I'm looking for a number, but I don't know what its size will be. Put a \D star 0 or more times. Or put a plus. I want a digit or any number of digits. So anything that you write, 1, 12, 123, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, anything will be taken care of. Okay, I've kind of given these are not simple, these are quick to see, but that's 1 or more with a plus. So what did I do? I put a plus after the WO. Now definitely you can look for Batman. Oh, it says 1 or more. Okay, so it's not optional. So 1 or more. So will I be able to find Batman in here? So I'm saying the WO must occur once. And if it doesn't occur once, then it won't. So can you look for Batman in this string? The answer will be no. Why? Because WO has to occur once. So I'll kind of change this message, what is coming on the screen. And this should give me none now. It should say no match found. Let's look for this, no match found. Will it be able to look for Batwoman? Yeah, sure. Because WO is occurring once. And any number of more times it will occur. So let's go a WW twice. Let's go twice. Oh, yeah, let's go twice. It will look for it, but it won't be able to find Batman because WO has to occur once or more than once. Okay, so it will look for Batman. It cannot look for Batman. It can look for Batwoman. It can look for Batwoman. All 3. So let's see, can we not find a match? So somewhere it should say not a match. And not a match. Here. Here is the regular expression, the plus one. Proved. It has to occur 1 or more number of times. So what I've done is I've written the regular expressions, and in my printout, it will show you the regular expression. It will show you what I'm searching for, and then it will tell you whether any match was found or not. So if you just look at the printout also, it will tell you how it is working. But don't do it right now. I'm making changes as I'm doing it, and then I'll put it back on blank. Pick it up and then. So it's telling you the plus says 1 or more occurrences. In the previous one, it was a star. So definitely it will find Batman, it will find Batwoman also, and it will find Batwoman. So whenever you see something, it means it was found. Otherwise, if no match found, it will tell you no match was found. Okay, that's how I've said it instead of writing complete sentences. So it works. Let's look at the next one now. So we've learned to do 0 or more occurrences, 0 or 1 occurrence, and 1 and more occurrences. 3 more. So we've learned 3 more characters. So the \D was your first one. I'll kind of write down here so that you can see what we are doing. Okay. So that was your first one. Then you learned the pipe character, which stands for or. And then you just learned question mark, a star, and a plus. So now you know of 5 special characters. And of course, if you want to check any special character, like you'll have to escape it. Right? So if you want to check for a bracket, you have to escape it because it has a special meaning. If you want to look for a question mark, you will have to escape it because it has a special meaning. If you want to look for pipe, you will have to escape it because it has a special meaning. And for anything that has a special meaning, you will have to escape it. And why is this a special one? Because it is used for grouping. So for grouping, you've used these. This is for group. Right? So anything, if you want to match a pattern, sure. If you want to say, no, I want to use it as per se, then you have to escape it. Okay. Let's go one ahead now. Repetitions with curly brackets. Suppose I want to look for the pattern ha ha ha. I could have said ha 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 like the whole string ha ha ha, or I can do it this way. Look for it 3 times. So the curly brackets allow you to look for a pattern, repetitive pattern. So that's your next one, the curly pattern. Right? So what does it do? Repetitions with curly brackets. So it says the regular expression is this, HA. I've put HA to make it anything if you are going to use a question mark, a star, a plus, or curly brackets, you have to say which pattern am I trying to match? Okay. So I've said I want to match HA with, and it should occur thrice together. So this is my regular pattern. Will I find it here? Yes, I will find it here. Will I find it? Where else have I have? Oh, I haven't done a no match found. Anyway, we'll see. Now notice something. What is this? If I want to put HA in quotes also, I'll just have to say, oh, I have to escape it. So it depends on where you are searching. So I'm searching for HA in here. Using the pattern, this one. So it will tell you. So I've compiled it. I've created an object. Then I gave it, where am I searching? And then I'm saying I'm searching in this pattern. So this was just to show you that HA has to be written thrice. Like it's because, I mean, I don't have to do it for you. I can say I'm just looking for here. I'm looking for HHHA in HHHHA. Kind of odd, but therefore I put it in brackets, which is okay. But I can remove them. It's not the searching. The pattern to be searched is, so will HA be found in triple HAs? So it says repeat this pattern thrice. So can I find HA in, if my regular pattern is this? It says no, HA must occur thrice. Only then will it find it. Let's see. So I should have a no match found here. Let's try it. And let's see. Look for HAs. Ha ha ha. Where are you? Ha ha ha. Okay. I was looking for triple HAs in triple HAs. Will I find it? Yes. I was looking for HA in triple patterns. Will I find it? No. You will say, but yeah, it is there. But I'm looking for 3, exactly 3 of HAs together with that curly brackets. So curly bracket is different from question mark and a plus and a star. It says exactly 3 times. Right? Exactly 3 times. So no match was found. So though it looks odd, HA is present in triple HA, but that's not the pattern I'm finding. What is the pattern I'm finding? I'm finding HA 3 times. That's the pattern I am finding. Okay, so that's repetition. Now it's a little interesting that you can kind of vary it a little. How can you vary it? You can give it 2 values, 3, 5. Then it will match 3 HAs, 4 HAs, and 5 HAs. It will match all 3. You can leave the second one alone. You can say comma and not give the second one. Then it will match 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 till whatever. You can leave the first one alone. Then it will match 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It will stop at 5. So you can give both of them. It will say what is the minimum you want to match, what is the maximum you want to match. You can leave out the second one. It will start from 3 and match 3 has, 4 has, 5, 6, everything. Here it will match from 0, none of them, to 5 instances. So if the first one is missing, it is 0. If the second one is missing, it is infinite. And if both are available, then of course 3 has, 4 has, 5 has. Right? So again, I've given an example. And I've kind of shown you that curly brackets can help make your regular expressions shorter. See, it's shorter. Instead of writing, oh, this is missing, a bracket is missing, that's okay. Instead of this, I could have written it like this also. But which one is shorter? The first one is shorter because I say I have to match them three times. So it helps you. So if you want to double check, so if I wanted to do this, I can write it in another way. Write it 3 times, or remember the pipe character? Match it 4 times, or match it 5 times. So definitely curly brackets allow you to do more than 1 matches. Okay, it allows you to do more than one matches. We'll take a break here. Maybe one more. It's not an hour yet. Let me do one more. I'll give you, I told you I'll give you a break after an hour. You finished at 40, I'll finish it at 40. Here. Now, everything was going fine. So again, you can check if you want. You can change this 3 to 3, 5 or to 0, 3 or nothing, 3, and this ha will start to match because 1 will also match, right? But there are variations. So I've given it in comments so that you can see it. Of course, to test it, it's not a big deal. You can take what you created here. I can take this print from here. Just copy it from here. Put it after this. And let's just change it to 3. Now you will find this HA also. 3 means 0, 1, 2, 3. Now it will find it. It won't say no match found. So, I mean, it can be done. You can very quickly start kind of checking if it works or not. Let's try it. And let's do an F5. So one should say no match found somewhere. Here, no match found. And the other one should, oh, it still says no match found. Why? That's strange. Give me a minute. A mistake I made. Has to be a mistake. Oh, maybe. No. Okay, give me a minute. Where did I print it? I printed it here, but I didn't change it here. This was just a print statement. So I changed it in print. Oh, I've changed it. But actually, where does it need to be changed? Where you're creating the ha regular expression. So it has to be something you do. It's always the programmer. Keep it in mind. So let's look. No match. There, it found it. So notice it couldn't find ha in ha ha ha, but it could now find ha in ha ha ha. Because I said nothing, 3. So nothing, you could have said 0, you could have said 1, but I just said nothing, 3. So it will look for no ha's, 1 ha, 2 ha, and 3 ha's. It will work for all 3. Right? So there it is. Oops, sorry. There it is. So it's just, so you've learned another pattern, the curly brackets. So what I've done is at the end of the script, I've listed all of them so that you can see them together. But this is the third pattern you've said. And I've said it is a short form. If you like, you can remove it. You can remove the shorthand form and replace it by this. And it should work, right? Which means I just copied it actually. So let me copy it once more. And instead of using that curly brackets, write it thrice. And once more. I can do this without curly brackets. It's more work. Okay, so without curly brackets, I'm looking for ha thrice, right? So I should be able to, oh, I just want to kind of replace it here so that when you see it, you see the right thing. Okay, so I'll take this regular expression, take it from here, put it here, because I forgot to do it last time, and just put it here. Here. Okay, so it says that's what is the pattern now. Here it says that's what the pattern. And again, I'll have a match for ha, but I won't have a match for ha. I won't, right? Let's try it again. So where are you, ha? Okay, so here. No match found with 1 ha. When I went 0, 3, I found it. And again, no match found because there were 3 3s. There it is. So, as I said, curly brackets if you want to kind of go more than once. Okay. I'm just intrigued by it, but I'll double check it. I'm thinking if I remove these groupings, will it still work? Then I think it will only look for ha together. I don't know. I'll double check. I don't want to do anything. When I take a break, I'll double check and let you know. I'm thinking, are these brackets important? They are important when I was putting a curly bracket. Then it is important. But I think here, if you want to write it thrice, they are not as important. You can just remove them. Logically, that's what I'm thinking. Take a break, guys. 20 minutes. Come back at 10 o'clock. Okay. And then we'll move further. I want to finish off these regular expressions today. and I need to collect my phone from my daughter.
Так в мене є друзі, тут 10 тисяч годин. Якщо порахувати, скільки 10 тисяч годин, то ти тупо всрав півслова життя, сидиш подивилися, значить.
10 тисяч годин?
А, то рік треба, так.
24. Рік. Більше років.
Майже півтори.
Онлайн, чисто тупо сидиш врачі, не поясню.
Ти розумієш, так, що за 10 років, грубо кажучи, того, що ти там з 15 по 25 граєш, то один рік справ тупо сидячи перед компом. Один мать його рік.
Піздець.
Ти розумієш, так? Понятно.
Ні, в мене десь 500, 600 може бути. На 1.6.
You need answer for the quiz?
You want answers for the quiz? You want answers for the quiz?
No, I'm good.
Okay. That was але ніхто каже, що там написано, що там треба.
Що? Вона каже, що ти дебіл, треба було замальовувати на маленькі кружочки.
Ні, та я почав просто на...
Я розумію, я
Ну,
не
переможу.
можу. Ніхуя, я йду проти правил, правила для всіх. І так, типу, знаєш, fuck the Indian teachers. Go home, back to India. Back to reality.
Та не мала в квісті, я що, я забув нас, поздравив, написано.
Да, от переводя, ну, тварина, скажи. Але ж англійською ще нормально не розмовляє. Дебіл, короче.
Ще я там минута залишила, вона мені типа, давай, типу, скоріше, ти
У мене є 32 секунди, вже 30.
Подганяла.
Да, блин, ще ти подів, ти кавічки, а йди посидь. Ага. Я думаю, може пару виросте.
Yes.
Бля, він могло стоїть, я там не можу не попасти. Я думав, знаєш, ти попав назад, хуяк, пав назад.
Типу, надо десь брати на там.
Приходиш і казнуває.
Не знаю, він знаю, але
Бачиш, було б ідеї, з 2 роки вигібрали. Так вони там сажали ананас. Різали головку від ананаса там і сажали,
2 роки,
змагалися, в кого швидше виросте.
You were right yesterday. You were right yesterday. It's environment. You found that.
Told you.
Я не знаю.
It's not my first day as a
Today,
center.
yeah, his name is. I just really
Now,
know.
I have another question for you. What did his family say? His family claims that he's got issues with psychotic depression.
Yeah.
Okay? He was never diagnosed with psychotic depression. There's no doctors, there's no records of it ever being true.
I mean, you can't find it out though.
You can. Post-death, if it's tied into a criminal investigation,
Then they.
medical records are released.
I
Same
mean,
way
because
that,
I know
what's his
like-
name, Manassian, was diagnosed manic depressive. He's not diagnosed. But because they killed him and they couldn't ask him if he's tied to ISIS, they're taking the family's word. Oh, on the other hand, what do you want them to say? They have to continue living in this country.
Oh, yeah. Like, our son was a terrorist. Allah Akbar. Ну что нет, ну можливо таке, ні. Зато весело.
Знаешь, Tomorrowland?
Tomorrowland.
Tomorrowland. You know Tomorrowland? Wanna go?
Where's Tomorrowland?
Yeah, because you know
Correct.
stuff like that. It's like the biggest EDM.
Listen, I went there once. It was fun. There was lots of girls in bikinis and
Where did you
for
go?
and furry boots and whatever.
You went to Tomorrowland?
Once
Bullshit. Where did you go?
with my wife.
Bullshit.
Why bullshit?
How were you requested?
I don't remember. It wasn't cheap though.
Obviously not cheap. You went to Tomorrowland? I don't believe you, man. I want to see pictures. Consider that happened.
Як це називається?
Tomorrowland. В Бельгії.
І що там?
Був ну, самий великий, типа, EDM фестиваль 2 тижні. Там почув, можна приїжджати. Pretty cool. You need like, I don't know, 3-4 grand nights. Listen to a person or some shit. Well,
Хто там виступає?
там, yeah.
Вайна.
Line-up. Yeah.
Великий ходив на поїхав.
What year did you go?
Like 3 years ago.
No, fuck.
Why?
Because you don't listen to stuff like that. Why would you go?
Because I got married and my wife wanted to go.
Thank
Yeah.
So how was it?
Okay. It's fun. Don't get me wrong. It is fun. It's just not my type of music. And we had an agreement. She went with me to Tomorrowland, and then before our wedding, Metallica came to throw up us. We went to Metallica.
Как-то не разновязано. Вы захилите берега.
You do shit like that when you get married. Even if you don't want to do stuff, you do it.
Yeah, man. So for how long did you go?
Hmm?
For how long did you go?
How long did we go?
Yeah.
We did 1 day there.
1 day? Oh, man, that's not.
Because это день, да? Так бедный
I
фильм.
don't know. What is it? 3 days? Okay.
It's like 2 weeks. 2 weeks, like 2 weekends. 3 days and then 3 days in Bali. Oh well. You used to like the Euro trip or you just went for that? Like 12 years after that, or like for that for 1 day and back?
Just for that. Just for that.
Waste of money.
That's really good money.
It's your view of it.
Я там не знаю, что ты посмотри. Закинул перед текстом. Ненормально. Конечно, если я тоже закидывал, но я бы Супермен летаю. Даже никто не мог познакомиться, потому что одна не вставляет. Конечно, приумно до туда увеличивается.
It's gonna break me.
Так що перед лекцією можна закрити. Який цікавий час.
Що почала карточка?
Ні.
Ні.
Ти б дослідив карточок, ти мені скидував фото. А можна якось в одну цю перемістити, чи не можна?
Ні.
Зовсім ні?
Питалася навіть не пам'ятаю.
І що? Ти знаєш, мої берці там має якісь ці фони. Ніхуя? Можна що? А як не говориш? Тобто нема такого кіні, що ти перед кіно вибирав, чи я? А?
Thanks,
Actually, for some of the paperworks, we have to leave them. You can come in any extra time after the class. If
You have to go now, you said?
Yes.
Sure.
Thank you.
1 year you're available now.
Херня.
Там терапевт онлайн.
Ну.
Скажи, потому что он як це.
Не готово. Ну, я як тобі дам. Виїхав. Людина виїхав, я теж на 2 тижні. Дякую за приходити на вечерню. Самі не була.
Так, 2 Як позна.
Не привезти. Може привезти, можна щоб більше. Я дуже люблю. Я в Україні мінімум раз на тиждень. У мене батьки люблять того, що раз в тиждень. Нас це вже знаєш, там воно просто передам. Гроші, чим ділити, як завжди. Ну, ти знаєш, для кожного різні ціни. Наприклад, багато тут ти не вважаєш, що не здорові ціни. Я не просто дорога. Я так дуже люблю. Концерти ще там. Нет, это продюсеры для активности. У нас это я трудно было где-то.
Приїжджаємо.
Так, ми впили, ходили там півся. Ну, то було давно, що я не знаю. 5-6, так. Що так делали, собаку пахнуло? Ну, типу, знаєш, за таке шоу, що вони дають, то і не жалко віддати ті один раз по 100 баксів, щоб подивитися. А, коли таке кончить. Це на стадіоні не було? А що там ще дорожче, так вище на вище? А що за 150? А якщо на стейк хоче? Скільки за те, що просто буде знати? Мене? Нахера? На цьому ти пошли не гарно. На цьому є дуже хлопець.
Там екран такий великий.
Ні, ну просто розумієш, ти тут живеш. Ти тут живеш, тобі є сенс. А ми тільки... Ну, а я тільки приїхав сюди, коли там септембр. Я просто, знаєш, я ніколи не був фанатом комп'ютерних ігор. Знаєш, є люди, які в мене є друзі, які дійсно люблять грати, вони там щось дивляться нові ігри, купляють.
Я не люблю.
А я не можу сидіти. Можна за компом посидіти 2 години, щось там попрацювати, домашку поробити, повчитися так. А от спен, знаєш, там couple hours, просто щоб пограти якусь херню, не можна.
Максимум грав.
Я можу там 1,5 максимум, потім я цьому розміром не їду. Пакети, полазити, походити, щось надо ходити. Ні, в мене до цього Mac був, так що я ніколи не знаю, якого Mac тягнув. У мене був Xbox я грав. А що я чую? Ну, я більше не онлайн граю людей.
Я забрал больше, чтобы перестать ну, там некоторые телепортироваться, или пытаться разработать. Вот. Нас, на другом этапе, да? Ты знаешь, на Island,
What language are you using, guys? What language do you speak?
Ukrainian.
Ukrainian. Okay. Doesn't even sound close to English, right? Not a single word.
Like Polish and Russian together.
It's what?
Sounds like a lot like Polish and Russian together.
Ah, okay. There's so many languages. There's so many students in my class now from different countries that like it's kind of difficult to even understand like what they're saying, which is good. It's nice, but learning languages is not easy. But are you guys required to learn English in your country?
I don't know how it is in
No.
Ukraine.
No,
No?
No, but
it's like optional.
So you took it as an optional so that you learned it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in India, there are two languages. The language is Hindi, but all schools are usually English
Like I
medium.
know, like school in English, just English, right?
Yeah, English, yeah.
In Ukraine, no. Ukrainian, in English, is like optional stuff.
Stuff. Okay. Okay, guys, let's move forward. Now, I just found out while you were on break, and now it makes sense that I found out. You have to put the 3 HAs in brackets, otherwise it becomes ha 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 as one word. So then it only looks for ha ha ha. You know what I mean? But when I put them in groups, it says you can have 1, 2, or 3 groups. Right? So it is necessary. So you can do it without the curly brackets, but the round brackets are necessary around ha if you want to say, oh, that occurs like that occurs in the pattern. So now when you say searching for this, it says pattern found. And if you say, so if I try it again now, hopefully, because it was saying no pattern found when I did. Oh, it still says no pattern found. Ah, it still says no pattern found. Oh, that was just a short form of it. So definitely. Oh, so either way. Oops. Okay, so either way, I can't say now whether it will work or not. Yeah, because this pattern will not be found. Half will not be found in. Oh, and I did try it the other way. Without the brackets, it was still saying not found. It was still saying not found. So, which is strange. It should say it is found, right? If this is my regular expression. Oh, where am I making my change? Uh-oh, wait. Okay, so this is my regular expression. I will definitely find this, but this should also be found now. Why not? I don't know. Let's try. There's a little confusion between this. No, it still says pattern not found. So it's not like a substring thing that it is picking up. When it's exact words, it's not a substring that it is picking up. You see, otherwise, if it was a substring, the word HA is in HA, but it's not doing it. It's not. So either way, it really doesn't matter. Either way, it's not mattering. Putting it in brackets or putting it without brackets, it's not mattering at all. It's not still finding it. So the pattern has to be like exact match. Like Batman, it's the same thing like Batman. I mean, Batman is not finding bat, it is finding Batman. So either way, it's not doing it. Without curly brackets, so you can do it without curly brackets if you like. But I mean, what I read logic, I mean, on the net and on the book was that you just write it this way in brackets. So we'll stick to that, okay? So I'm saying they're necessary. Oops. Okay. So without curly brackets, you can do it. It's just longer. You write it thrice. You write it thrice. It is more work. So why would you do it? Plus, we have the advantage of you can leave the first one, you can leave the second one, and you can do more with it. Anyway, let's go ahead and do this. What are we looking for now? We were looking for write it thrice, write it thrice. It is matched. It is matched. And it is not matched. It is not matched. Okay, let's go to the next one. The difference between find all versus search. So till now we have been using the search method, and search method gives you the first occurrence only. That's all it does. But definitely that may not be your aim. Your aim may be to find out all occurrences of a certain pattern. So I've used the same pattern. You're familiar with this pattern, 3 digits dash, 3 digits, 4 digits. And instead of doing a search, the search gives you the first one. And instead of doing a search, I'm going to show you what find all does. So notice if I have two phone numbers, I have two phone numbers here. I've given a cell number and I've given a work number. The search will only show me the first one, the first that it found that will match. Whereas the find all will show me all matched numbers, which again is what you want to do. Let's try. So depending upon what you want to do. So let's look for the phone number. Here it is. The string to be searched is this. So that's the string I'm searching. Cell this, whatever this. The method search will show the first match. It only shows the first match. Okay. Whereas the regular, all the search shows you all of them. But please notice something. All of them have been put in a list. Though you can always do a for and then show them on the screen or whatever. But all the patterns that have matched have been put into a list. Remember the list, square brackets, and then each element separated by comma. So all matched phone numbers are in a list, but if you're only doing a search, then it only finds you the first occurrence. It only gives you the first occurrence. That's what it does. So that's the difference between search and find all. Okay, so depending upon what do you want to do. So on the other hand, find all will not return a match object, but a list of strings, as long as there are no groups in the regular expression. Each string in the list is a piece of the search text that matched. So it will give you a list. That's what you have to remember. Right? So another useful one. Give me all the phone numbers in all this. Or something like give me all MAC addresses in the messages that have come to me. Simple. You match it against a pattern and you're done. Okay. So all regular expressions is just a sophisticated way of searching is what it is. Right. So everything has its own meaning. So we've done till curly brackets and now we've learned search all also. Let's look at more. So now, so we've done the small d. Let's look at the others. There's a capital D also. It says it's the opposite. Any character that is not a numeric digit from 0 to 9. So small d says 0 to 9. Capital D says not from 0 to 9. Small w says any letter, numeric digit, or the underscore character. Capital W says any character that is not a letter, numeric, or underscore. So depending upon what you want to match, you can use either of this. Small s, any space, tab, or all new line character, return, right? So if you have returned, or any character that is not a space, tab, or new line. So we've added, we have 6 now. So we did a backslash D, we have a backslash capital D. We have a backslash small w where it matches digit, letter, and underscore, nothing else, right? The capital W is the opposite of it. Small s, if you're looking for space, tab, or the enter, you've pressed enter, and capital S is the opposite of it. These are called character classes. Why? Because they make it so easy to work with. They're called classes, they're just nice for shortening regular expressions. Now look at this one. You had used that, I've used square brackets now, and I've said 0-5. What it means is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? So character classes, you can write them in short form. Otherwise, you would have written it like this. You've done the or before. Right? You would have said 0, or 1, or 2, or 3, or 4, or 5. Now, if you want, you can put it in a character class. The character class starts with a square bracket like in a list, and you put all of them together. Now, it will match any digit from 0 to 5. So if you do not want to match every digit, you can't use /d. /d says any digit. If you want to say, oh, it has to be a value between 0 and 5, or 0 or 2, or between 5 and 10, it has to be contiguous, of course, then you can use this dashes. Or if you're only looking for certain digits, 0, 2, and 4, then you can say 0, pipe 2, pipe 4. So digit doesn't mean, so you have /d for every digit, but you can restrict it to say only digits 0 and 1. Only digits 2 2, 4, 6, and 8, even numbers. Only digits 3, 5, 7, and 9. Right? So you can do whatever you want. But these are called character classes when you go short like this, instead of writing it the whole way like I did in the previous one. So now what do you think this will do? Just think about it without even looking at my answer. It says the digit can occur 1 or more times. Remember the plus? 1 or more times. Followed by a space or a tab or a return. Followed by, what was the W? Any letter, any numeric digit, or the underscore character. So this is a valid pattern. Now that you know all your backslashes, you know the question mark plus star, and you also know character classes in square brackets, this will match text that has 1 or more numeric digits. That's what this means. 1 or more character, right? Followed by a white space character. White space character means blank, tab, or the enter key. Followed by 1 or more letter digits or underscore. Do you want to try it? It's not a big deal at all. Here, let's try it. How will you try it? You will do exactly the steps I've been doing, right? You will create a regular expression. Let's call it, I don't know, example regular expression. Or call it DSW. That way it kind of matches the DSW. So type it yourself so that you have it in your, like, you know what to do. Type this regular expression. Compile it. Put your raw string. What is the raw string? This is the raw string. Or you know what? I can show you something. Why don't we do it this way? Why don't we check it this way? This will give you a kind of test also. Open this website. The website I was talking about. Okay, put your regular expression here. Oops. Copy and paste, wrong thing. Here, this is the regular expression we were talking about. Where were we? So if I have not shown it to you, you can always double check. I've told you what it will do, right? Where is it? Where is it? Curly brackets were done. Curly brackets were done. Phone number was done with all search all. Here, pick this up. Pick this regular expression up. You kind of do it afterwards. Come back here. Put your regular expression here. I don't think we even need the R. I think we only need okay, here. That's my regular expression, okay? Any number of digits followed by a space, which is tab, whatever, and then by any letter, digits, and underscore. Okay, try. Here, try it. So any number, any digits, 1 or more. So 1 digit, 2 digits, 3 digits, doesn't matter. Any space or tab, I'm going to put a blank. And anything which is a word. Word means letters, digits, underscore, whatever. And see, it says a match has been found. Notice how it says match, right? Try it again. Instead of this AW, instead of that space, use a return. Do an enter. Again, a match was found. Remove the digits from the front. There is no match. Why? The digit is missing. See, so this comes handy. You can do it quickly here. You can only use the underscore. You can't use a blank. Again, there is a no match. Right? So this is a good online tool that will help you to practice it. So if you're confused, like what will happen, just do it here. But understand it. See, what is it saying? Read it with me. 1 or more digits. And you know what? When I brought my mouse, it says matches any digit 0 to 9. You bring it to plus, it says plus, it will match 1 or more. Bring your mouse over it. Match 1 or more of any digit. What does Control S do? White space matches any white space character, spaces, tabs, line breaks. And what does W do? Matches any word character, alphanumeric and the underscore. Right? And then what does plus do? Match one or more. Make sense? So you can match this. This won't be a match because it's not letters, digits, or underscore. So what is your aim for the quiz next week? Or how to learn regular expressions? To just understand what each one of this means. Right? And then depending upon the question asked, write a regular expression that can match this. All you do is just jot it down. So that's exactly what I've done for you here. At the end of my file, I've kind of put everything together. You will see they're all together at the end. But we were just here, but I have put everything. So you first compile. I mean, that's an easy way of learning it. But if you want to test it here, you first compile it. Then you say, oh, the regular expression is this, like I've done it, right? Then you say searching for whatever, and then see if it works or not. Will it find a match or not? Okay, so I've given you all comments, even if I haven't given you an example. So at the end of the day, you go through the chapter, but I think I've covered the whole chapter. I've left the end of the project, which was tough, which of course is not what is for you. But I've done everything that was there. I've kind of, if not in work, I've given you comments for it. So all you do is practice it, right? So you kind of print the regular expression yourself. I've created one. Then I've printed it. I've printed this regular expression. And now I'm going to search it somewhere, right? So I'm going to search it. Now you can do a search all, you can do a search, whatever it is. I'm going to say searching for what? I don't know. Try anything. For example, searching for it was one or more digits. So one or more digits, a space. If you want to say a tab, then you'll have to say \T. Right? I'm looking for a tab, but definitely when it prints out, it will just print out like this. And then a word, AS12_W. I'm searching for this in. So remember, if you want to show the \tab, you will have to kind of put it in backspace. Put a backspace here so that it shows it to you. You're searching for it. Will you find it? Of course you will find it. So if found, we want to now we do a search. So print. Or if you want to find a match, you go matched. And how do you match it? You kind of, you use your regular expression, DSW, whatever you've written. Use the search method. And now put your pattern. Put whatever pattern you like. So you can say hello, whatever, and ding dong ding, whatever. And then kind of just put this. Just put this. So when you put it, please use the tab character now. Instead of \T, just put tab. Put a tab here, like this. Put a tab. Oh, it's not working with a tab. Oh, because, oops, my mistake. Here, it's a string. It's a string. So I'll have to put it like this, \T. And now, what will you think? Will I match it? Yes, I will match it. So let's say if matched is equal to none, N is capital, then you can say not found. I'm exactly doing what? I'm just putting double quotes so that you know that we can put double quotes in strings. And then we'll print it, match found. Just print it. What do you say? You say print. And the easiest one I've been doing, I've been doing match.group. So I should be able to run this if I have not made any syntax error, which of course you can make when you write it for the first time. Where is it? before the vowels here. That's the regular expression I'm looking for. That was searching this in this. And it's not doing what I thought it was doing. Let's go back. Something is wrong in our searching this in this. Oh, I just gave it. So where is it? Something else is, oh, this is also matching, guys. 1, 2, 3, blank. Oops, this one also matches by chance. Okay, so I'll remove this. Yeah, the answer was right. My 1, 2, 3 was matching because 1, 2, 3 was doing what? 1, 2, 3 was kind of matching the first 3 digits. And then there was a blank, which was a space. And then there was a 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it is working, except that it's not doing, it's not searching what I was searching for. Let's try again. It is working. Where are we here? I'm exactly looking for that match. Oh, now what? Now it says not found because of this \t. Searching. Okay, let's try. See, once you start doing it, you have to kind of, sometimes it takes, it still says not found. Why am I not finding it? Not found. Okay, put your heads together with me, please. DSWEX was the regular pattern. Digits any one or more number of times. So it won't find it here, but it should find it here. This was something that was working there, right? Oh, that's the problem. There, that's the problem. \t, I had written it as, I wanted to escape. There it is, searching. There, found. It has been found. My problem was, I mean, I had put a \/ here, which I was saying, oh, don't take tab as tab, whereas I want to take tab as tab. If you put a \/ in front of it, it says don't take tab as tab. That's not what I want. I want the tab to be printed. So in this string, can you find this string? Of course you can. There it is right there. Starts with 1 or more digits followed by a white space character, which is blank, new line or tab, and then end it with alphanumeric digit or a letter or the underscore. Everything works, right? Everything works. So it is an underscore. Blank will not work. It's an underscore. So what will you have to kind of put on your cheat sheets? This information, right? So that you don't forget what each means. And then of course you will have to practice. So practicing is up to you. Putting it in cheat sheet is easy. So put it on cheat sheets. What does each one mean? And then practice it on that online calculator I've given you. Right? So this example wasn't there, but I just thought I would give it to you. No big deal. Now let's look for something common. What will this character class do? Think of it. Look for vowels, A, E, I, O, U, capital A, E, I, O, U. I could have done an ignore case and then I don't have to put capitals in it. But it says anywhere. So the character class is like A or E or I or O. So it's like a pipe character. When I write a character class in square brackets, I'm saying any one of these. Okay, so a character class, and I've already mentioned it in a note before if you were listening. This character class means it will match any vowel, both lowercase and uppercase. And I could have avoided it by doing a search with, I don't know if find all also has an REI. Let's try it. Will know if there is an error. If it has an IEI, then I don't have to write AEIOU and capital AEIOU. I can do it without that. So we'll check without that. Let me see if it works with search all. So what am I saying? I'm saying look for this regular expression and find out where it occurs. So I'm basically looking for all the vowels in Robocop eats baby food, baby food. I wrote it in caps so that we could see that it works. So if I wanted to do it, which we know, let's do this case insensitive. And let's make the character class will match any vowel. So we won't say an uppercase here. But if I can make it using the ignore I, that's another way of doing it. I don't know whether it will work. I'm just going to find all. It works with search. I'm not sure if it works with find all. So what was the second parameter? Comma re.I. Let's see if it works. Do I get the same answers in both of them? So here I just said A, E, I, O, U, but I added ignore case. I'm not very sure. Here I did all of them because it's like a pipe character. I'm not so sure, but we'll double check. Let's try it. So we are looking for A, E, I, O, U in that baby food stuff. Here it is. Okay. So O, 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 E, A again, O and O again, and then D won't be found. Then in a baby food, we have an A and we have two capital O's. And this was without, this was using the O. Yep, it works. Ignore case is working with find all also. So if I was to check for vowels, I can either use this regular expression or, oh, did I change it? Oh, I didn't even change it. How will I know whether it works? Silly of me. Here, let's try it now. I didn't change it and I'm saying, oh, yes, it works. Here, let's change it. Now let's try it. Does it work? The REI works or not? Oh, no, it doesn't. Okay, with character classes, REI is not working. See, I didn't find A, O, and O. So it says this or this or this or this or this. With character classes, REI is not working. Whether it's not working with character classes or with search, let's try that too. So instead of find all, I'm going to do a search. Okay. Let's see. Because I don't know, it's search or is it find all that is doing it? Let's see. Oh, it doesn't work with find all, guys. It works with search. It does work with search. So REI doesn't work with find all. Can't do much about it, but it doesn't work with. So I'll have to remove this. So I did it with search and it works. I did it with find all and it does not work. But that's how it is. Can't change it. You can't change the syntax of the language. You have to learn to use it. So this one IAOU was all capital was doing it. But when I changed the regular expression, see, I just kind of printed it out without making it pretty. It just said, oh, I found a match for O. Oh, but it was the first O. That's the problem. Okay, let's see. Let's make it a capital O. Let's make it a capital O and do a search. Don't want to give you any wrong information. And it just occurred to me. Okay, it's still searching it. No, because I did it in the wrong place. Five. None. No, not you. Where are you? Yeah, it is searching the first two. So find all is not, you can use REI in find all, or sorry, in search, but you can't use it in find all. That is strange, isn't it? That is strange. Why? I mean, if it works in one, it should just work in the other also. What's the big deal? Okay, so it says, let me do a little smaller one because it's kind of confusing with so much. Okay, let's do small o and F, off. And I'm looking for A, E, I, O, U, and I said make it case insensitive. Sorry guys, it had to come up this way, but I don't want to give any wrong information. No, it doesn't work. None. Okay, so you can't use REI with character classes. You cannot. That's how it is. You just cannot. I've just checked it. You cannot do it. I did an REI, but it doesn't work. I'll have to read why doesn't it work. Now it is intriguing. Why shouldn't it work? It said none. I didn't find an OEIOU. Though I was searching for AEIOU. That's strange. It should look for off has an O. And it's not working. Why? Put your heads together with me, guys. Why is it not searching for a in off? Why is it not searching for an O? That's strange. It's a small O. It's saying searching. None. What have I done? Have I made a mistake somewhere? Okay, let's see. Here is where I started. I changed the regular expression to AEIOU. I'm searching for all vowels in off. I changed it to AEIOU and I'm saying vowel regular expression dot search. That is strange. Am I doing it at the wrong place by any chance? Yeah. I changed the same example, I think. No, here it is. The character clause will match any vowel, both lowercase and uppercase. So that works. And it is perfectly fine. Why is this not working? What's wrong with this? Doesn't seem anything wrong to me, but has to be something, right? It's not searching for O even. Okay, let's try the IE. Remove this. Let's remove this. Now it finds it. Oh, so REI is just not available with character classes. Bottom line. You cannot use REI with character classes is the bottom line. So this will only match lowercase, not capital case. Even if I do a find all, it won't match the capital O. It won't. And if you find things that are logically not making sense, then you have to read about them. See, it only found the small O. So character class will match any lowercase vowel, whatever. I've compiled it. I've done a find all, and you can make a note for yourself. And of course, this will come back to you. RE.I does not work. It doesn't. I don't know why. I really don't know why. What could be the reason? Why did they do it? And the only thing I can think is because it's a character class. It's in square brackets. So it says only one or. So REI does not work. Whereas if we had done it in anything else, then the REI was working. But it was working in Batman, wasn't it? And Batman was an OR. But it doesn't work in character class. I've already checked it. See, here I'm finding an O. I just showed you. I'm finding an O here. I see it. There it is. I don't find an capital O. Makes sense. Now if I add another parameter to it, find all starts here, ends here. Maybe I just didn't put it here. And if I say comma RE.I, ignore the case and try it again. Oh, empty. It just here. It didn't even do anything. So REI is just not a thing in the character class. It didn't even give me the small O. So it's kind of a logical error, you can think, right? REI is not available. It's not available with find all. It is not available with search. It's just not available. Can't do much about it. REI does not work. Gives an empty list. And it's not working with either, not with search and not with search, the small o will come up, of course, but the capital O doesn't come up. But find all will become an empty list. Okay, so we can do it. RI does not work with character classes. And I can Google it to confirm it, but that's what is happening. Okay, so now we know, and I know. I didn't even realize it. I thought, oh, it's an REI, I can put it anywhere. But it is not working with character classes. So these are character classes. Anything in square is a character class. Kind of odd, but I'll read it and let you know what I find. Okay, let's go further. Let's go further. Now, you can also include ranges of letter. Notice how I've done. Instead of writing A, B, C, D, E till Z, which is 26 letters, I can shorten it. What does this mean? Anything from small a to small z, anything from capital A to capital Z, and the digits 0 to 9. It's like your password. So if you wanted that the password can only contains letters and digits, lowercase, smaller case, and digits, you could use this regular expression for your password. What does it do? You can include, it will match all lowercase, all uppercase, and all numbers, right? And the beauty is if you put something in front of it, like a caret sign as it is called, this is called the caret sign, then it says anything but this. So if I'm saying A, E, I, O, U, anything but A, E, I, O, U, what do I have? All the consonants. So you can check how many vowels do you have in your text, and you can check how many consonants you have. So basically searching all consonants here, look at my set now. I've put a caret sign in front of it. So you've learned another one. So just keep adding it to your list, and you will not go, you won't forget them. Right? So this means anything but A, E, I, O, U or capital A, E, I, O, U. So now here, when I use this and I do a find all, I'll get a list of all the consonants, not the vowels, all the consonants in my list. Try it. And I'll show you the answer. Notice how before you were getting A, E, I, O, U's. Right? This. And now it's the opposite. R, B, C, P, blank. Blank is also not a vowel. I have said anything but A, E, I, O, U. So even numbers, even if you had numbers, that would come up. So the caret sign in front of a search pattern, in front of a character class, gives you anything but this. It's a good way of saying anything but this, because otherwise, imagine I had to write B, D, F, everything. I had to write all the characters, all my special characters, everything. Who wants to do that? What is this looking for? Anything but this. Neat. So you are saying, okay, if I want to look for anything but digits, just make caret sign \D and it will work. Anything but digits. Try it in your here, say anything but digits. So the caret sign, anything but digits, right? So anything but a digit will match. And of course, if you put star, so will this match? Oh, it says it's infinite. Oh, because it says 0 or more. Okay, so let's do something like this. Doesn't like the infinite one. Is that okay now? Okay. So is AA a match? Anything but a digit. Oh, forgot my square brackets. See how easy it is to forgot my square brackets. If you don't put square brackets, then it's not working how it should work. So where are my square brackets? Square bracket and a square bracket. Now it is a character class. Two matches, I found it. A also matched it and B, A also matched it. Try something else. Will 1, 2 match it or 1A match it? No. So I matched A, but I didn't match a 1. So it's saying anything but a digit. So now I can even do it this way. Anything but a digit will match. Will this match? No. Will this match? Yes. Will this match? Yes. Will this match? Yes. So anything but a digit will match. Okay. So that's what can be done. But why couldn't I do this? It came up with saying, no, it's not saying infinite. Okay, so A, S, D, F. 4 matches. Oh, it's taking each one of them individually because it says it's a character class, match, 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 match. Okay, but it works. But remember the square brackets. So you have to just be careful. So when you make your notes, guys, be careful. Like I'm doing it with you. I had already done this. Now when I'm doing it with you, a few things are coming up and I'm kind of making changes and then I'll put it back on Blackboard. So you can use the caret symbol at the start of a regular expression to indicate that a match must occur at the beginning of the search text. Now, I just did this. Now this caret sign actually has 2 meanings. You can use it in a character class like I just did, and then it means anything but all of these. Then it will match. But there is also something without the square brackets that I was doing, and I said, oh, why is it working? Because I was doing it a different way. If you put this in front of any expression, so you're saying hello, and you put a caret sign in front of it, it says, it's like starts with. In your string manipulation, you just did your quiz, there was a starts with function. So this one is saying, you can also use this symbol at the start of a regular to indicate that a match must occur at the beginning of the search text. So if you want to see if hello is my first word, just put caret hello as a regular expression, and anything that starts with hello will be searched. So it's like starts with hello. And there is an ends with. If you put a dollar sign at the end of a string, it says, do you end is with? So starts with in string is caret, and ends with in string is the dollar sign. So if you put a caret in front and a dollar at the end, you're basically saying match the whole string because it ends with this and it starts with this. So match the whole string. So here are examples. Here is the regular expression. Please notice it is different from putting this in square brackets. Okay, so the regular expression is saying you should check that it begins with a hello. So will there be a match in saying he said hello? No, because where is hello coming? It's not coming as the first word. So it will say none. So I've said it will say true for none. Whereas if I try to say hello world, it will work. It will work in hello world. It will say yes, hello world begins with a hello. Let's see. So hello world begins with hello will be, it will print something, not very neat, but it will print something. And this one will, because it's a true or a false, it will say false. This not equal to none, right? Let's try it. Where are you? Hello. Hello, where are you? Okay, here. Check if hello world begins with hello. And does he said hello begin with hello, and it's saying false. Now in this check, I haven't given an answer. So let me give an answer. All I've said is check if it begins. Check if hello world begins with hello. And where should we do it? Print with hello. Search hello world. She should say something. Oh, I didn't give it to match. See? Small mistakes. I didn't give it to matched. And then now it will give me very untidy input, but it will. So we can say if matched is none, then you say nothing was found, no match. Miss out something, and of course it won't do your job for you. That's the beauty of programming. It exactly does what you tell it to do. As we'll say match found. Instead of showing matched, I've just say matched found. Okay, let's save it because the answers were not clear. Okay, where are we? Okay, here. Check if hello world begins with hello. Yes, match found. And does he said hello begin with hello? And it is false. Make sense? So hello world begins with hello. Yes, he said hello doesn't begin with hello. So that's the caret sign, but you have to just to be careful that this caret sign is not used. It's not like the caret sign we used in here. That was in a square bracket. So square brackets have a special meaning. And this was just saying, does it begin with hello? So I just said match or no match, or match found or no match was found. Or you can just change it. Does it begin with hello? So a question was check if hello begins with hello. And you can say no, and you can say yes. So instead of saying no match, you can just say no, and you can just say yes. True or false also, but no, yes is more kind of English-like. The second one, I just kind of printed it out. I checked it with none here itself, and it will give me a true or a false. So again, I'm trying to I'm trying to not make you forget your if-elses and so on, because you will always need it. So keep in mind that at the end of the semester, all that you've learned till date can be asked, because you can say, oh, I did if before the midterm, now I don't know what if is. In programming, you can't say that, right? So the final exam covers everything. You should know how to write your ifs, inputs, outputs, and so on. So I've given you a big assignment already on dictionary. So I will try to make the final exam more kind of mixed, like write a function or only do this or multiple choice. I'll kind of mix it so that you have a flavor of everything, instead of making you write a whole program, which is much easier to do. I'm telling you it is, but I'll do what you like, right? Programming can be learned only by programming. If you had your computer today and I told you to say, check all this, how easy it would be. You would just do it and check it. But doing multiple choice means you had to memorize it or you had to write a cheat sheet. What did you find easy, just out of curiosity? Like, you are new to programming. Many of you are new to programming. Is writing and coding a program easy, or are doing multiple choices easy? Let me hear. I just want to know. What did you find? You guys did it. Did you find multiple choice easy? Yes? Okay. So that means you're not pure programmers, which is okay, right? Because you're afraid of programming. Yeah, I mean, for somebody who is new, you will find multiple choice easy. I think this group should be okay. What about you all again? You guys who program?
To be honest, the only issue I have with programming is if something goes wrong, it just makes me personally panic and I start losing everything that I've learned.
Maybe time constraint is one thing, but if it is not time constraint, then maybe it's more comfortable, right? Yeah.
It's easier because that way, if I get stuck, I can actually take my break.
Exactly.
Come back to it. But,
yeah.
Like as an exam, I find multiple choice
a lot easier. And what about the group at there? What about you guys, Stephen and Elvin and all that, and the girls? You found multiple choices easy? Okay, yeah. So that means you guys are, and you are not. You are CSTN students.
We're getting the concept,
but you're not you are still not programmers. So what we'll do in the final exam is this. I won't ask you to write a complete program. What I'll do is I'll say snippets, like you've done dictionaries, right? So write a snippet for dictionary, like a small function maybe, and do some multiple choices, right? So that way you have both. In multiple choice and all that, you won't be able to use your computer, right? But in the snippets, maybe I'll allow you to use your computer.
What if we use, just apply the multiple choice to Blackboard?
What happens in that case is, to be very truthful, one, these are examples that I'm giving you of plagiarism. You can copy and paste and find the answer.
Yeah.
Your idle is open. How much time does it take? Copy, paste.
5 minutes. Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's one thing. Two, it's on Blackboard. Students will start taking snapshots and give it to students who take it the next day. So all that extra work for me to avoid plagiarism, because there's a lot of it.
Yeah, you basically have to write 2 exams in order to make sure that they don't
match. And not only that, two exams of the same complexity. You see, I can change. What can I do? I can change maybe the string, but I can change the question. If I'm asking left strip or right justified, I still have to ask both of them. Because otherwise students of one section will say, oh, strip is more difficult. Why did you ask a strip? And the other will say justify. So I can change the complexity. So if you take snapshots of your Blackboard test and give it to your friend who is taking it tomorrow, right? So, and if everybody is honest and nobody does all this, then you know what? It's so easy to do it on Blackboard. But I learned my lesson with assignment 2. When I gave an assignment 2, which was a small guessing game program, half the class. And that made me learn my lesson. I said, you know what? I have to, it was so much extra work doing it in Blackboard, copying, pasting, putting it in Word, and all this is all nonsense. It is wasting time. So guys, you have to be honest. You have to learn to be honest. I know there are so many resources out there. Learn from them, but don't copy them. Do your exam. Don't try to help your friend. You can't. But that's what is happening. And it's happening more and more and more. And it's just increasing. So now teachers are putting half their minds in trying to take care that there is no cheating in class. Can you cheat with the program? No, you're so busy writing your own programs. You know what I mean? In an exam, you're putting your brain, you're busy. Though there were 2 cases in midterm. So that's why I have to go this route. Anyway, so that's fine. If you guys are more comfortable with, and I understand if you guys are more comfortable with that, what I'll do is I'll make my final kind of not a big program. I'll do multiple choice and I'll do short answers where I say, okay, code this. So code something easy. You know what I mean? Like something where you can at least code it for me. So that way you're satisfied. But with regular expressions, definitely we'll go quiz next week again. So I'll try to stick to that. But in the real world, that's not what happens. And when you become networkers, which hopefully you will need programming. And then you will say, oh God, now what do? I am on a job and I don't have the whatever. Anyway, oops. Okay, it's 10:50. But what I'm going to do is, so this is just to say it begins with, and there is something which says it ends with. And then there are a few things left. I'll have to leave it to you. For example, this one says, oh, it ends with a digit. There is a digit that it ends with. So anytime it ends with a digit, it's a dollar sign. Okay. So caret sign begins, dollar sign ends. And then at the end, there is just one more example, a couple of more examples to go. But I'm going to leave it to you. I'm still using only the caret sign and the dollar sign. So these are the 2 ones. Caret sign says it should begin it with, and dollar sign says it should end with it. And lastly is the dot character. The dot character in a regular expression is called a wildcard. Replace it with any character. It's a wildcard character and it will match any character except for a new line. So if I wanted to look for anything that has 1 letter and at, cat, bat, sat, rat, mat, anything, then you can create this regular expression dot at. And then in this one, what will it will catch the cat, it will catch the hat, the sat, the lat, not the flat, the lat, and then it will catch the mat. So the dot is a wild card character while it is wild, and it will match any character except the new line. Okay, so add dot to your list, right? And then what I've done is this. So notice I can use this. What does it say? Any character, any number of times. Dot star means what? Any character, any number of times. The star was any number of times, 0 or more times. So I've done it in last name and first name just to show it to you. Though it's not the right way, I could still give, if I do a dot star here, if you give a dot star here, basically you can match anything. A dot star will match anything. It says it is infinite, but this is like in square brackets, sorry. Was it in square brackets? You have to be careful with the syntax. Was it in square brackets? Oh, round brackets. But even then it will be an infinite. Let's see if I can check it here. So I'm saying dot with any number. Okay. Now it doesn't say infinite. It still says infinite. But it's basically, it will match everything. You can go on forever and it will match it. Right? So it's not something that I can check here. So there's an example here. So what I've done is I've matched it with, I'm saying give me anything, any number of times. So if whatever you give, really it doesn't matter. It will match everything, anything. So it's not like it will only be letters. It says it will match anything except the new line. So even if my first name was A123, which is kind of odd, it will match it. So it is working. It will work. So it's kind of odd, but first name is A123. The given string is this, and I'm matching it with whatever. So it's picking up my first name as A123, and it's picking up my last name as whatever. So any letter, any number of times is what it is. And let's say first name, regular search A123 here. Here. So here. So nobody's first name can be A123, but that is just an example of saying anything will be matched. Any character, any number of times, which is silly, right? I wouldn't match my name with any letter. What would I match it with? I would match it from A to Z. small a to z, a blank, because blanks are allowed, and sometimes names have apostrophe. That's how I would match a name. So if I wanted to match a name, that's what I would use. But here, I mean, this was a very silly example, but whatever it is. So think about it. Think about a regular expression that will match your name. Let's do it here. What will match your name, guys? What will match your name? It can be any letter from A to Z. So let's say A-Z. Any capital letter A to Z. The space character. And some names have the apostrophe. Nothing else should match. Now let's look at valid names. Is Anju a valid name? No match. Why? Oh, no. Oh, because I've used the wrong one. Here, A_Z. Was it a dash or an underscore? I thought it was a dash. Did you notice? Where have we used the dashes? I'm almost positive. Yeah, it was a dash. Here it is. Did I use my square brackets here? Yeah, I did.
You did double capital. Yeah.
Did I use something wrong?
Yeah, you did double capital Z.
Oh, okay. Okay. So now blank is allowed. So space bar, right? And the apostrophe is allowed. Right? Now are we okay? Okay. Now let's put Anju. There, of course, it will match because A will also match, N will also match, J will also match, and will match. Let's match 1, 2, and 3. Only Anju matches 1, 2, 3 will not match. So this is a way in which you can match your name. Right? If so, I've taken an input. Please, what is your name? I match it against the regular expression, and it will say whether it is a valid name or not. So that's the regular expression for a valid name. You can put letters, you can put small letters, you can put capital letter. And if you say, oh, my first letter should be a capital letter, maybe there is a way of doing that. Starts with, well, you can use the caret sign. But that's a valid name. Small a to z, capital A to z, the blank character, and the apostrophe. You can match your names against that. So till now, you haven't matched your names. You say, give me your name, give me your student number, and you can give anything. But now you can match them. Right? So again, I'll just put it here for you if you like to kind of work with it. But so, or you can try it on your own. Maybe that will be a question on your midterm. So at the end of the script, I've reviewed all the symbols I've used with you. So I've kind of made a match here. Now, something that I haven't done is this non-greedy. You can ignore it. This was a little more complicated, non-greedy and greedy. Maybe I'll just kind of remove it. I'll just kind of remove the word non-greedy because there's something called a greedy match and a non-greedy match. I thought it was a little too much for you guys, so I didn't do it in class. But here is everything that we've done today. So what I'm going to do tomorrow is I have this class tomorrow too. I'm going to do this class tomorrow. And again, if they have more questions to ask or something, I'll add more to it and then I'll put it on Blackboard for you. Okay. So that you have, it does happen. Like sometimes students ask me a question which I haven't done. So I do it and then the mark, it differs. Then I kind of put the updated file and I put an announcement saying I've put the updated file on Blackboard. So today itself, we did a few extra things in here. We saw that REI doesn't work with character classes, which I didn't know. I didn't try it. So now I tried it and it didn't work. Okay. So let me do this tomorrow with my other section